Yes Swan Creek versus Sean Potter.
Alex Lubianski, P77121 on behalf of plaintiff.
Ella's here.
Yes, Sean Potter here.
Thank you. Ms. Potter, have you made an application for rental assistance?
No, I have not. That's not, wasn't the issue.
I'm sorry, it's a termination of tenancy. Would you like the opportunity to speak to Mr. Lubianski?
I suppose so. I tried not to have this happen by speaking with the main office, and they told me to walk away from the property, at which time I explained to them I wasn't able to walk away from the property. And I don't understand what, I'm kind of in a position to where I need a place to stay, and they don't want to work with me.
We'll get you moved into a breakout room. You'll speak with the representative from the property. Then you'll come back out here. We'll recall the case. If you have
Your
not
Honor,
reached an
prior to
agreement,
moving to the breakout room, I do just want to indicate for the record, Sean Potter is deceased. I imagine the person speaking is Lisa King. I would just like her to confirm.
Yes, I'm his wife.
Thank you.
So when I asked you to state your name for the record, you stated a name that's not yours?
I'm sorry, that's the name on the paperwork. My name is Lisa King.
Thank you, Mr. Lubansky.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
Recall of 2400253LT, Yes Swan Creek versus Sean Potter. I have your appearances already. Sir, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we were not able to come to an agreement today, so we are seeking the adjourned date of February the 7th.
2:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. King, is there anything else?
No, ma'am.
This is Yes Swan Creek versus Sean Potter. May I have your appearances, please?
Good afternoon, Judge Carrie Zanin, P67390 on behalf of plaintiff.
Ma'am, state your name for the record, please.
Lisa King for Sean
Thank
Potter.
you. Today is the day and time. Today is the day and time scheduled for the adjourned hearing in this matter. The parties have had the opportunity to speak. Ms. Zanin, how are we proceeding?
Judge, I am asking for default as to defendant one. As to Lisa King, an occupant, we have agreed to a consent judgment for possession only, an extended writ issue date of February 26th of 2024. I've explained to Ms. King her rights under MCR 4.201J, her appeal rights. She has given me permission to sign this consent judgment on her behalf as we are virtual, and I would ask that Ms. King put that on the record as well, that she has given me permission to sign this consent judgment on her behalf and submit it to the court for entry.
Is that correct, Ms. King?
Yes.
Ms. Zanin, I'm showing this as a non-payment case. Is it something different on your end?
Yes, Judge, I'm showing it as a termination case. I have a
Give me 1
30-day
moment.
notice to quit.
It's because my husband passed away and I'm only considered an occupant, and they don't want to allow me to live on the property, even
Judge,
though
I would
I
object
don't
to
know where to
her
go.
testifying to this information at this point.
Ms. King, respectfully, the issue is that it's miscoded in our system. Ms. Zanin, the terms that she placed on the record indicate to the court that it's a termination case, but the way it's labeled suggests that it's non-payment. And I just wanted to make sure that we were entering the correct information. I pulled up the paper version of the file and I see that it should be a termination of tenancy. Now, Ms. King, you were here back on January 26th, and there was a video that played that explained the rights available to tenant proceedings. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And when documents were mailed to the court regarding this, were mailed from the court regarding this case, it included a paper copy of that advice of rights form. Do you remember receiving that document?
Yes.
And you appeared this afternoon and you entered an agreement with Ms. Zanin that you would vacate the property by February the 26th.
If I'm not able to get, yeah, I mean, I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying to find some place to go. I've pretty much exhausted all my options and I'm still not having a place to go. So also with that, I'm aware that there's a class actions lawsuit against Yes Properties, and I tried to use legal aid to get assistance and attorney, and it didn't work for me. I don't know, I had a really hard time using that option. So I'm kind of not sure on what to do, you know? I mean, I don't have really a whole lot of choices, so I guess I'm accepting the date set, but you know, I'm not finding anywhere to move out to. So I'm kind
Ms.
of,
King, respectfully, this court can only address the matter that's scheduled with it this afternoon. And Ms. Anna's representation to the court is that the parties are agreeing that you will vacate the property by that date. I go over the fact that the advice of rights has been given to you in multiple fashions, because when I sign a judgment, there's a box that has to indicate that you're entering into this consent judgment freely and voluntarily. That being the case, ma'am, is it your agreement this afternoon that you will vacate these premises by February 26, 2024?
right,
Then Ms. Anna's office will prepare a consent judgment that indicates as much, submitted to the court by the on-base filing system. I will sign it and a copy will be mailed to you at the address we have on record. Is there anything else in this case, Ms. Anna?
No, Judge, thank you.
Is there anything else, Ms. King?
I guess not.
Then ma'am, you may exit that room by the door through your left. The court staff will come reset the computer. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day.
You too, ma'am.